Are you ready to transform your mornings and set the foundation for a life of clarity and purpose? Discover how 12 Stoic principles can revolutionize the start of each day, helping you cultivate strength, resilience, and meaning from the very moment you wake up. Let's begin with Rule 1, rise before the sun. In Stoic thought, the act of conquering the dawn is an opportunity for mastery over oneself. Think of Marcus Aurelius, who wrote in Meditations about his own battle to rise from the warmth of his bed. Despite the comfort that beckoned, he reminded himself that life's purpose calls us to action, not slumber. Rising early allows us to align with the natural rhythm of day and night, and to prepare for the tasks ahead with clarity. This morning discipline is an act of self-respect. It is a choice to seize the day's potential. By embracing the dawn, we position ourselves to harness the tranquility of the early hours, free from distractions, and to set our intentions for the day ahead. To a Stoic, this small act of resilience is the first win of the day, setting a tone of focus and resolve. Moving to Rule 2, focus only on what's within your control. Epictetus often reminded us of the simple yet profound truth that many of our worries and frustrations stem from focusing on things we cannot change. Life offers countless sources of anxiety, from the opinions of others to the uncertainty of the future. But a Stoic deliberately chooses to center their energy on what is within their control, their own thoughts, choices, and actions. When we channel our focus in this way, we can release ourselves from the anxiety that arises from wanting to change the unchangeable. Mornings offer a perfect opportunity to reaffirm this rule. As we prepare for the day, we can consciously choose to let go of worries that lie beyond our influence, directing our energy instead toward what we can impact. This approach empowers us to greet each day with clarity and strength, knowing that our power lies in our responses, not in the whims of the world around us. Now, Rule 3, live in the present. Seneca wisely observed that much of our suffering is born from fears and projections about an unknown future, or regrets about the unchangeable past. To a Stoic, the present moment is the only realm where we hold true power. Each morning we can remind ourselves that the past is out of reach and that the future is uncertain. The present, however, is real, and it is ours to shape. By grounding ourselves in the here and now, we can start our day with a mindset that embraces reality. This daily practice reduces unnecessary stress, freeing our minds to focus on meaningful tasks rather than imagined outcomes or what-ifs. Living in the present moment is not about ignoring the future, but about harnessing the power of the now, where we can act, influence, and live fully. Transitioning to Rule 4, practice daily wisdom. The Stoic path is one of continual growth, and each morning offers us a chance to become wiser and more resilient. Seneca advised that we should acquire new wisdom every day. Whether it's a passage from a philosophical text, a quote that inspires, or a lesson drawn from yesterday's experiences, learning strengthens our ability to navigate life's challenges. This process is like building a fortress brick by brick, each insight forming a stronger foundation. Practicing daily wisdom is not about reaching an endpoint, but about committing to the journey of self-improvement. Each morning, make it a habit to seek one idea that enriches your perspective, creating a steady path toward a wiser, more resilient self. This leads us to Rule 5, commit to a small act of kindness. Stoicism is not a self-centered philosophy, but one that calls us to act with virtue and integrity toward others. The Stoic sees kindness as an essential part of living well. Each morning, consider how you might perform a small act of kindness, whether it's offering a word of encouragement, helping a colleague, or simply being present for someone in need. These actions do not need to be grand. Even the smallest gestures can create a ripple effect, reinforcing our commitment to justice and compassion. Through daily kindness, we become not only stronger within, but also a positive force in the world around us. To the Stoic, such acts are not about seeking praise, but about embodying the principles of virtue that we strive to uphold. On to Rule 6, focus on what's essential. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself to strip away the unnecessary, focusing only on what truly matters. In our world, distractions are abundant. It's easy to fill our days with tasks that don't contribute to our growth or happiness. Mornings are a crucial time to establish our priorities. Ask yourself, Is this task essential? If not, consider letting it go. Simplifying our lives allows us to concentrate our energy and attention on pursuits that align with our values. This discipline of saying no to the superfluous is liberating, freeing us to invest in the actions that truly build character and bring meaning. Now, Rule 7. Hold yourself accountable. A Stoic holds themselves to high standards, even as they show compassion to others. Marcus Aurelius captured this with the phrase, "Be strict with yourself and tolerant with others." By setting a high bar for our own conduct, we cultivate resilience, discipline, and integrity. Each morning we can reflect on how we intend to improve, focusing on actions we can take to become better versions of ourselves. This inner discipline is not about perfection, but about commitment to the path of self-mastery. At the same time, we should remember to extend grace to those around us. The Stoic understands that everyone has their own struggles, and that compassion is a powerful way to connect with others while holding true to one's own principles. Rule 8 brings us to learn from the great thinkers. In Stoicism, there is a saying, "Speak with the dead." This doesn't mean literal conversation, but rather the act of learning from the wisdom of the past. Reading the works of those who came before us allows us to engage with minds that have faced similar challenges and reflected deeply on life's questions. Each morning, set aside time to read a passage from a philosopher, a poet, or a thinker whose insights inspire you. This practice is like sitting with a wise mentor each day, drawing on timeless perspectives that deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world. Through this morning ritual, we connect to a reservoir of wisdom that strengthens our resolve and broadens our vision. Then we have Rule 9, choose the path of beauty and virtue. Epictetus said, "If you want to be beautiful, act beautifully." For the Stoic, beauty is not about appearance, but about virtuous action. Each morning, reflect on how you can bring virtue into your choices for the day. This could mean choosing patience over frustration, kindness over indifference, or courage over fear. True beauty lies in actions that reflect our highest values, in the small moments when we choose integrity over convenience. By committing to beauty in our thoughts and deeds, we create a life that shines with authenticity and purpose, embodying the Stoic ideal of a life aligned with virtue. Moving to Rule 10, value silence and listening. Seneca once observed that we have 2 ears and only 1 mouth for a reason. The Stoic values listening over speaking, recognizing that silence often carries more wisdom than words. Each morning, practice quiet reflection. In conversations throughout the day, listen deeply to others rather than rushing to speak. Silence allows us to absorb knowledge and fosters a mindset of humility, keeping us open to learning from every person and situation. The Stoic values the depth that silence brings, seeing it as a form of wisdom that enriches not only personal understanding, but also our connections with others. Now, Rule 11, remember that life is finite. Memento mori, remember, you will die. This phrase is not meant to create fear, but to remind us of the preciousness of each moment. Life is fleeting, and each morning is a new chance to live fully. A Stoic reflects on mortality not as a dark thought, but as an inspiration to act with intention and gratitude. Consider each morning as a gift, an opportunity to grow, to love, to serve, and to learn. This awareness shapes our priorities, urging us to focus on what truly matters and to avoid the traps of petty grievances or trivial pursuits. By embracing our mortality, we empower ourselves to live each day as if it were our last, with clarity, purpose, and resolve. Finally, Rule 12, use challenges as catalysts for growth. Marcus Aurelius taught that the obstacle is the way. To a Stoic, every hardship, every barrier is an opportunity for growth. Life will present challenges, but the Stoic greets them as chances to practice resilience, courage, and adaptability. In the face of adversity, we have a choice: to succumb to frustration or to use the obstacle as fuel for self-improvement. Every challenge, however difficult, offers us the opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. Like a fire that grows brighter with more fuel, the Stoic spirit transforms every trial into a stepping stone toward greater character. This daily commitment to resilience not only prepares us for life's inevitable obstacles, but also enables us to inspire others by example.